Hey, it is yo homegirl Natalie, and if you're like me, you're probably Elga from Hey Arnold saying this.
21 hours, 58 minutes, and 14 seconds until you die!
But instead of talking about the hours, minutes, and seconds until you're gonna die, I'm talking about the hours, minutes, and seconds until I get my braces off. Yes, I'm so excited. I got the news in October and I've literally been counting down the days. I go into work and I'm like, 6 days left. So I am getting them off next Tuesday and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. And so in celebration of getting my braces off, I decided to do I guess hopefully pretty, short and sweet video about braces. Now, I'm not a teenager, even though I might look like it. No? Okay. Alright, well, I try. I am, I guess what you consider an adult, and so hence these are adult braces. There isn't, I guess, an actual difference in terms of the type of braces. I guess they just call it adult braces because adults are wearing them. So before I get into, the typical questions and just my journey and my experience with my braces on, let me just give you guys some backstory. So I always had this really super huge overbite. It was really big. As a kid, I sucked my thumb all the time. It didn't matter whether my parents put Tabasco sauce, put pepper, put some ají on that, I was still sucking my thumb. And that left me with a very huge overbite, and my teeth were very pointed like this way, as in they just came out that way, and it was just something that I always grew up with, obviously. And I was never able to fully close my mouth because my teeth were always sticking out. I just had like little bunny teeth all the time, and it's always something that I was really self-conscious about. I would try to close my mouth and it just wouldn't happen. There was no other way to go about it other than actually fixing it with braces on. But at the time, we didn't have that much money to go and get braces. They're expensive and we didn't have insurance. So went through majority of my life with my set of chompers that I wasn't very happy with. Come college, I could have had it done earlier on, but I still was like, oh, I'm in college now, how am I gonna have braces and all this other stuff. Then I finally was actually starting to get the idea in my head, you know what, Natalie, you should really get braces. And now your teeth they're your teeth. Other people might not necessarily see the big deal of that one little tooth or all those teeth. They might think it looks fine, it fits you. Whereas my one of my best friends told me, she's like, but I love your teeth, it gives you character. So finally, my senior year, I was gonna get them done in December of 2012, but then I chickened out because I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna have my braces, and I was like, I don't want to do it. So I chickened out. Basically 4 months afterwards in March, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? I need to do it now. So I finally put on the braces, and that's where everything started. Moving on to the whole questions. Number one, and one of the biggest things, do they hurt? Now, your teeth have been in the same position for X amount of years, whatever how old you are, and now they're starting to shift. Of course, there's going to be some type of pain to that. Now mine was only about a couple days. They first put on my top braces and then my bottom braces a week later. My bottom braces definitely did hurt, and I remember I was so mad that day because my mom had cooked some banging ass steak and I could not chew it for the life of me. My teeth were so sore. I remember I was so pissed off. I was like, how does anyone do this? I just want to eat steak and I can't even do that. Now that pain subsided after about 2 days, and it was like whatever. So it really was it. And every time you have to get your teeth tightened and stuff, it's maybe sore for that day or something, take an Advil or just deal with it. Now in terms of food too, what are the things that you can and cannot eat? They say, for people with braces that you can't eat apples, you can't chomp on them, you can't have popcorn and candy and all this stuff and gum. Now, I take it more of a suggestion than an actual thing, because I still did that. I still had gum, I still had candy. It's just a different way of going about, having it and stuff. Yeah, some things will get stuck in your teeth, but always carry a little portable toothbrush toothbrush with you, or you know, just kind of pick at it or something. Make sure to always have a mirror on you, definitely. In terms of, you know, like apples and stuff or fruits in general, I eat fruits a lot. And I know I can chomp on them as I usually would. Instead, I would cut everything up. So I know some people are like, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that. I'm like, yes, you can, if you don't mind the hassle of cutting it up. Now I cut everything up, whether I have to or if I don't have to, just because it's a little bit better and you know, you eat it better. In terms of self-confidence, you just gotta work with it. I personally thought that I was like, oh my god, no guy's gonna want to look at me because I'm gonna have some braces on, like I'm gonna look really, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. You're getting your teeth fixed. If anything, one should look at you and be like, hey, that person is gonna have some nice teeth in a little bit. Maybe I should go talk to them. I know that was one of my worries, I'm not gonna lie, no shame, but you know, got over that very, very quickly because it didn't matter. I was like, you know what, whatever. So next part, once you actually have your braces on, what do you do? My biggest tip and advice and stuff, do everything that your orthodontist says. I said that a little bit weird, but do everything that he says. If he tells you to wear your rubber bands, wear your rubber bands. Change them like 3 times a day like I did. Now I think being that these are adult braces, you are an adult. You have a different mindset than a teenager would or even a child would, because when you have these braces on, they're not a big deal for you. You're kind of just like, oh, whatever, like, oh my god, look at Bobby on the playground. You're not thinking about, oh my god, my teeth, like I have to go to work, to school with. When you're an adult versus when you're a kid, you have them on, you're like, la 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 la, whatever, I don't care, yeah, I missed my appointment, no. As an adult, you're like, oh my god, okay, these are the days I have my appointments. I'm gonna have those days free. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make them. What you're trying to do as an adult with adult braces on, you're trying to get these babies off as fast as you can. Now, I was supposed to have my braces on for about 2 years, and I shaved off 4 months of literally doing everything that my orthodontist did. I even double banded, and I know that's a big no-no, but I double banded every day. That's a very big difference of double banding a night. I had teeth extracted. I did have an overbite, so that's, you know, my main concern was pushing my teeth back, so I did have teeth extracted. Not a big deal. Like I said, my mindset was just like, okay, I need to get this done ASAP, and I'm gonna do everything that it takes to get it done as soon as possible. So, and that's what I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and those of you who do have braces on, thinking about getting braces, or just randomly clicked on my video, I hope you guys took something from it. You know, I just wanted to share that information. Also, hey guys, make sure to follow me on Instagram, which is kind of like the only social media that I use except for Facebook. I tried Twitter, but I just don't get it, so I'm not gonna use it. You know, Instagram, there's puppies and kitties and baby lions and people who own lions, and I like those things. So that's why I'm on it. So I hope all you guys are enjoying your day. Hopefully the next time we see each other, I don't have my braces on. Yay! I was thinking about like filming the whole like braces day, taking them off and stuff, but I'm like, ugh, I don't know, I'm gonna be able to go into my dentist, orthodontist place and be like, hey, I got a camera. Ah, look. It might seem a little bit weird, no? I don't know. Oh well. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care. Okay, ciao, bye!